There's a line in the sand. There always has been. But every tide changes it. Every time the wave rolls in, we redraw the line. And who's to say we ever draw it in the same place? Who redraws the line? The one watching from a safe distance, or the one left standing after the crash? Who was left standing after the American Revolution? The victors write the history books, after all. The victors rewrite mortality, and the victors reap the spoils of war. So tell me, has the line ever been clear, or has the line always been blurred? I want to start this video by talking about what even a terrorist is. Terrorist, freedom fighter, we throw these words around like stones, but the aim really depends on where you stand. If you use violence for political change, one side may call you a monster, while the other side may call you a hero. History doesn't judge violence equally, it judges by who wins. For example, I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Imagine this written in a British newspaper in 1776. A violent militant insurgency emerges in the colonies. Rebels attack loyal civilians. They tar and feather political opponents. They scalp for cash. They intimidate, harass, and banish those who refuse allegiance. Now, open up your eyes. This actually happened. Tarring and feathering wasn't symbolic. It burned skin straight off. Scalping was incentivized with government bounties. Loyalists had property seized, families threatened, and homes destroyed. If the American Revolution had failed, these men would not be founding fathers. They'd be extremists, traitors, and terrorists. Now, the Oxford Dictionary defines terrorism as the unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians, in pursuit of political aims. Now, using this modern definition of terrorism, many of the revolutionary tactics that the U.S. used during the American Revolution qualify as terrorism. The true difference between patriot and terrorist was the outcome. Jumping ahead to modern times, I want to take a look at Hamas. Now, Hamas emerged in 1987 from the Palestinian branch of Muslim Brotherhood. They didn't begin as just militants. They built charities, schools, clinics, and religious institutions. And finally, in 2006, in elections monitored all over the world, Hamas was actually voted into power. For many Palestinians, they weren't extremists. They were the only group providing services and promising protection. Today, they fight to govern Gaza. They run courts, hospitals, education, and other social programs. And they continue to fight an enemy that they view as an occupying power. In the West, Hamas is classified as a terrorist organization, but in Gaza, well, that's a bit different. As of June 2025, the number of supporters rose to 75% of people supporting them. Over half the Palestinians say armed resistance is the only path that they have left. So what are they? Are they freedom fighters? Are they terrorists? Or are they both? Their attacks on civilians clearly meet the international definition of terrorism, but their origins, political legitimacy, and continued public support sort of push them into a gray zone for some people. The same gray zone that America's revolutionaries once occupied. I want to wrap up by talking about who gets to draw this so-called line. Now, as I stated, if America had lost its revolution, the people we call founding fathers might have been remembered as insurgents, rebels, or even terrorists. Now, shooting forward to modern times, if Hamas were to win, would some people remember them differently? History has a habit of reshaping its past to fit whoever gets to write the ending. The line that divides freedom fighter from terrorist isn't necessarily always fixed. It isn't purely moral, it's political, it's historical, and it's narrative. It's all about the framing of the topic. So let me ask you this. When the tide finally recedes, which side of the line will you be standing on? The heroes or the villains?